Welcome to the Horror Hotel. Today we're gonna talk about the Scrolls of the Elders of Zion. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna talk about Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is possibly one of those horror movies that gets a lot of good rep for its portrayal of shaky slashers and other genres, and it is usually regarded as one of the better homages to our favorite movies. There is a good reason for that, of course. The movie is littered with references to other franchises, and through a pretty standard slasher narrative, eventually concludes in a cosmic horror ending that feels like a big twist to it all, and that eventually probably leave most horror fans satisfied from a mix of scares and laughter. However, I recently revisited the high regarded movie by Joss Whedon, and what I now see is not a good homage to the genre, but a cynical way to take a piss on it. Let me tell you why. If you don't know what the movie is about, it's not that different from Scrolls of the Elder of Zion. It's just that Cabin in the Woods is basically putting up the premise that horror movies are happening, or the scenarios are happening, because it's a simulation in order to sacrifice teenagers to an eldritch horror that demands blood, or otherwise the planet goes to shit, basically. It's very polished in script and acting, but I realized the movie takes itself a little bit too serious, and it almost feels like a vanity project in the sense that it's trying to show it's basically trying to show us how well Joss Whedon knows horror movies and how he understands the genre better than anyone else. And he does that by basically putting up the most boring scenario ever as the core of his movie, basically saying that horror movies or slashers, they're all like this. I can do better, so here is that better movie. And then he ends it, you know, like it does. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird movie. One of the weird parts of the movie is that it heavily stereotypes horror movies from other countries than the USA. Japan's scenario, for example, is a black-haired ghost girl. Either way you look at it, it's seemingly a joyless interpretation of the genre. This obviously goes for the characters as well, because they are made horror stupid by gas, so that they will act as stereotypical character arcs. The only one not affected by this is the stoner character Marty. And sure, you could say that this is just so the movie actually follows the genre's formula and makes us go, ah, that's why. But I can't help to feel that it is kind of cynical and just downright hateful against the genre. The real homage would have been to not stereotype the characters at all and let them be their true selves. So for me personally, I just think that the movie overall takes a piss on horror, because there are way better homages out there than this movie. I could name, for example, Murder Party. Murder Party is a great movie. It's funny, it understands the genre, but it doesn't take the piss on it. You know, like, I feel like Joss Whedon really does that with this movie. And what... I mean, I understand why people like it, because it has a lot of references that you instantly recognize. It has a lot of good scenery. It has a kind of funny story overall, and it has Sigourney Weaver. So I mean, I understand why people like it. I just don't think that it is the movie that people usually think it is. It's kind of cheap, actually. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find it down below, and you can also find my Patreon down there. And if you like what I do, you can, you know, pay me. But you know that I will release all content anyway. I don't have any Patreon exclusives. So thank you everyone. I'll see you next time.